the slide so that you can see the content. Just hold on a second. Okay, I hope you can see the slide now. All right, you can just respond through the chat. I think I can see the chat from here. All right, thank you very much. Thank you. Got it. Okay, guys. I mean, is that got it? Okay. So welcome everyone. This is my name is Dr. Kamarul. I'm the lab manager of the school. Basically, as of tonight, we're going to have some briefing about how we're going to run the lab for the next coming semester. This semester. So so for your information, the lab, normally we go, we follow the schedule, we enter the lab. All the things are basically taken from physical context. You have to be in the lab within group. You have to do the experiment. And touch the equipments. You have to do the experiment yourself in the lab, and then you can submit the report from there. But this semester, also starting from last semester when the COVID-19 start to come upon us, we already run the online lab. All right, for your information. So basically, we were hoping that this semester we don't have to run online again, but unfortunately, the COVID-19 hits us again. We have to go on this online lab again. Right. No matter what it is, we are very much prepared for this. So let's just go through. All right. So for this online lab, basically you can run this lab from anywhere, from inside the campus and outside the campus, regardless of your location, even from your own home country, basically. All right. So I understand some of you, some of you haven't yet get into the right group. I saw, I received messages from some of you who were asking to be positioned in the right group. I will do it right after this. So just hold on. I will settle all the grouping by tonight. All right. Okay. How do I? Okay. So this is what they call that briefing is basically for both for lab for two courses, SEMM 2921 and also for the SEMM 3931. All right. So two courses basically will be covered for this briefing. Okay. For SEMM 2921, or we call it Lab 1. Okay, this will involve 6 lab: solid, fluid, thermal, material, machine, and electric. All right, which will cover only 3 courses: SEMB, SEMV, SEMT. All right. So those who are not in SEMB, SEMV, or SEMT, basically you will have to register the same course next semester. Okay, so but those who those who had registered, you have to wait until next week when the insert delete period is over. I will have to check when there is an empty slot. When there is an empty slot, basically you can come in. But if there is no empty slot, you will have to drop the subject and take it next semester. Okay, so there are 6 sections altogether in this lab 1. All right, so 1 and 2 is combined section. I have in my record currently is 41 students and so on. All right, so that's for lab 1, SEMM 2921. Now I'm looking at SEMM 3931. all right, which cover basically 7 lab, okay, which are machine, solid, thermo, fluid, manufacturing, industry, and metro lab, all right. And for this lab 2, all right, we are covering these courses of SEMM, pure mechanical, SEMI, SEMP, SEMV material, SEMV automotive, SEMT, aero, and SKMO. SKMO are still using the old code SKMO, but all the other courses are using the new code SE. All right. So we have like 20 sections altogether, and you can see the combined section, the courses, and the number of students currently enrolled in those sections. If you have question, you can straight away type in the chat space. All right. If you have, yeah. I think I will just, okay. I hope by now everything is loud and clear. All right. Okay, I will moving. Yeah, I know asterisk SKMO. The asterisk is basically because the code, the subject code, the course code, they are using the old code, which is SK. While the rest, you can see they are using SE. SE is for the is the new code for all of the subjects. I think you can see from other subjects as well. But for the marine students, they are using SKMO. All right, there is no problem, no issue. But when you register, if you are a marine student, if you want to take this lab 2, you have to register using that code SKMO 3931. All right. All right, thank you. So I'll be moving on to the next slide. Basically, this is SEMI Lab 1, SEMI Lab 1. Wow. Are you following the right schedule? SEMI Lab 1. How many students SEMI would like to know as well? Because currently this course is basically offered for SEMB, SEMV, and SEMT. All right. For other than this, I think I can please text me later. I'll explain to you. All right. Thank you. For this is basically more or less what I'm doing. All right. Yesterday I have briefed the lab staff of how this thing will be going on, and of course just to make them aware that what we are doing, and they will be more or less ready to respond to you if you need their help. All right. And today, basically, we are doing this, and tomorrow I will be briefing all the lecturers that are involved in Lab 1 and Lab 2. All right, tomorrow morning. And this is basically the summary of all process and procedures. Basically, as you all know by now, that I have all of you in the WhatsApp or Telegram groups. All right, I have 2 groups with me, Lab 1 and Lab 2, and those who are involved in Lab 1, you know, they should be in these big groups, and the same goes to Lab 2. So everybody must be in these big groups. All right. I have shared the timetables. I have shared the groups. All right, and from there, basically. You know, those names in different colors are the group leaders. So I asked the group leaders to make sure that every members are in the group. All right. I've seen Lab 1. I think we have enough students according to what I see in the student registration website, the AIMS web. But Lab 2, we are still lacking the number of students. I have 415. But I think that in the AIMS web, I saw more than this. All right. So please, the group leader, please identify everyone identify everyone and make sure they are in. Thank you very much, Nada. I will come back to your question after this. All right. Okay. So this is the 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 starting point of our what they call it for the whole semester program. We have two big Telegram groups, so all of my announcement resources I will be sharing through this, and of course you can use the platform to ask any question. All right. Okay, so number one, basically, student will be forming WhatsApp or Telegram group. All right. So you have seen from the documents from the grouping that document that I have shared. Basically, you see. All right. Thank you. Share the slide on the e-learning. All right. I will do that. All right. You can see from the group document that I have shared. You can see your group. You can see your code. And over there also you can see who your group leader is. All right. So for number one, group leader, please create your own group, online group, whether using WhatsApp, Telegram, WhatsApp or Telegram. All right. So meaning that group leader, if you have 10 members in the group, you have to create one WhatsApp or Telegram group, add in everyone, and you can name your WhatsApp group according to your code, basically. If you are 1A2A, then create 1A2A WhatsApp group. So everything is basically is the responsibility of the group leader. All right. Okay, that's the first thing. Meaning that for every section, for every group, you must have the group. All right. So number two here, the group leader, you have to add or remove the lecturers in the group, meaning that because if you look at the timetable, okay, each lecturer will be in touch with you for one experiment for experiment in one lab for 2 weeks. All right. Meaning that the group leader, you have to add this particular lecturer into your group, right? At the beginning of the period, and when these 2 weeks end, you have to remove the lecturer from the group. Okay, so when you go on to the next 2 weeks according to the schedule, moving on to the next lab, you have to add in the lecturer for the lab. All right, for 2 weeks. So after that 2 weeks, the group leader must remove the lecturer, and so on until you reach to the last lab. All right, I hope this thing is quite clear, especially for the group leader. So group leader have to do this, basically adding and removing lecturer into the online group, either using WhatsApp or Telegram. Okay, thank you very much. The lecturer number I will share in the big Telegram group after when I finish my briefing with the lecturers tomorrow. All right, because our lab basically will start. Yes, the group leader must be aware of the timetable. They have to always keep track on the timetable. Okay, it's not that difficult. It's 2 weeks thing, and it's 6 lab. All right. What they call that? Okay, 2 weeks thing. Add and remove the group leader must be alert on the timetable. Okay, and then where do I stop just now? Group leader in the group, the timetable, the phone number. Yes, I will share the phone number of the lecturers in the big Telegram group for both lab 1 and lab 2, so that the group leader will know who because you can basically check who is the lecturer from the timetable, and of course you can cross check with the documents I will share you on the lecturer's phone number. You can get their phone number from there, and you can add the lecturer in the group. All right. The lab session start next week, Sunday. All right. The first lab session will start next week on Sunday. Okay, so meaning that tomorrow after the briefing with the lecturers, I will share the lecturer's telephone number, handphone number with you in the group. So project leader can start adding the particular lecturer straight away. All right. And after 2 weeks, remove that lecturer and check again who's the next lecturer for the next lab. All right. That's the job for the group leader. All right. So, okay, change lab session. I need to inform you to get a new group. You don't have to make a new group basically because your group will stay. If I change lab session, so I need to inform you to get new. What, Abu? What do you mean by changing lab session? The same for the lab 1 and lab 2, I think. Okay. Basically, change lab session to get new group. Basically, you will stay in the same group until the last session, so you don't have to create a new group. Basically, the only thing that changed is the lecturer in the group, so you have to add them and remove them, and you have to stay. Basically, I think the same goes with lab 2. I think let me check. The same with the lab 2. Okay. Also, this whatever I'm saying just now is basically applies to lab 1 and lab 2. All right. Okay, 2 weeks start from tomorrow or start from 2 weeks start from Sunday. I think from the timetable, from the schedule, you can see starting from next week, basically Sunday, there is dates on the timetable. These are the starting and the ending dates for each lab, basically. All right. I will show you the timetable later. All right. Of course, the 2 week will be very much starting next week Sunday. Okay. So yes, number 3 here, the lecturer will, once you add in the lecturer into your group, the lecturer will start the briefing. Okay. Meaning that because you have the lecturer in your group, you can have online session with the lecturer. You can even communicate using just the text messages basically. Okay, so I will leave the way the approach of briefing to the lecturer. Some lecturer they will like require this kind of online and live session. Some lecturers, they recorded their briefing into a media file and they will share in a group, for example. So different lecturer may use different approach of briefing depending on the lecturer himself or herself. All right. And then number 4, the lecturer will share the experimental resources. Okay, the lecturer will be given all the experimental resources, for example, the lab sheets, the marking rubrics, the experimental video, the data. The lecturer will have this in their hand, and during this contact session, they will share this thing to you, and they will basically tell you what to do with the resources. All right, with all the files. All right, and then number 5, yes, not course listed, it's possible to register the subject, for example. Okay, let me see. If we are not from the course listed, is it still possible to register the subject? For example, I am SEMM. Zaim, you have to come back to me later. As I mentioned, if you are from what they call that pure mechanical, registering for lab 1, because I have to give priority to the students who are scheduled to take the subject this semester. And for SEMM, you are very much scheduled to take the subject next semester. If there are still empty spaces, I will let you in. All right, Zain? Thank you. Okay. Number 5. Okay. Once you finish briefings, step number 3 and 4, the briefing, and once you get all the resources, and once you receive instruction from the lecturer, basically all you need to do is prepare the report and submit. All right. And number 6, your lecturer will submit the marks to me. All right. Okay. If you look at the double asterisk note up there, yes, Tivagar, I'll be coming back to you. Okay. Let me finish this slide. schedule, grouping, lab sheets, experimental things. All the resources are basically available online in the mechanical website, which will be given by your lecturer basically. All right, this is very much the links, but you're going to need password to access to those resources. Your lecturer will give you the password so that you can download everything from the website. All right, and the next double asterisk that says report submission is basically via e-learning, or if the lecturer preferred email, then you will have to do it by the email. So submissions, I leave it to your lecturer. If he or she is comfortable with e-learning, you have to do it through e-learning. But if she or he is comfortable with just sending email, so you will have to basically send by email. So group leader, when you add in lecturer, you have to ask this question to your lecturer whether the report submission is via e-learning or via email. All right. Yeah, I'll be going back to Chivagar. I am representing my friends and I'm from diploma to MKL. Since we straight away jump to second year, what we can join lab 2. Divagar, yes. I believe you are from SEMM. Again, if you are not from all the 3 courses, you have to come back to me to see whether you have we have empty slots. If not, you have to take it next semester. All right. Thank you. I hope everybody is clear by now because I'm moving to the detail in a few moments. Okay. This is basically just 6 steps of what's going to happen. So, all right. So this is into the detail. Number 1, basically, this is what group leader need to do. You have group 1, for example, here section 1, 2, group 1B, 2B. I have the names down here, and I have the names highlighted in red. This is a group leader. So group leader, as I mentioned, you have to create the online group, whether WhatsApp or Telegram, adding all this. For example, in this case, all your 7 friends in the WhatsApp group. All right. This is the first one. The second one, here I already registered lab 1. If you register for SEM, is it okay? Okay or not okay? Again, in the same case, you have to come back to me personally. As I mentioned, I will have to check if we have empty spaces, we will pop you in. All right. Those who already register and you are pure mechanical, you have to come back to me. Okay. So for these slides, basically, it's the job of group leader. You have to add or remove lecture according to the schedule. For example, here, starting 26 October, you will run your first 2-week session until 9 of November. Okay. For example, here on the right side is on the right side we have the lab, solid, fluid, thermal, material science, machine and electrical. Okay, and down there you have the lecturer's name. For example, number 1, Dr. Haris. Dr. Haris is supposed to look at lab 1, solid. Number 2, Dr. Wong Ken Yin, supposed to look at lab fluid. Number 3, Dr. Zulkarnain Abdul Latif is supposed to take care of number 3, lab thermal. Number 4, PM Dr. Norhayati is taking care of material science. 5, Dr. Zul, machine lab. And 6, Prof. Wan Khairuddin will be looking at electrical lab. So, for example, I take here number 1, first 2 week, 26th of October. I'm looking at group 3A, 4A, number 1. Okay, you look at the first column, starting 26th of October. You go down to 3A, 4A, number 1. Basically, the group leader of 3A, 4A, you have to add Dr. Haris, all right, in your group. Okay, group 3B, 4B, you have to add Dr. Wong, for example. Okay, which you will be working for fluid lab. Okay, group 3C, 4C, you have to add Dr. Zul, which currently you are looking at thermal lab, and so on. Okay, I will stop for this question. Ming Zushum, Lab 2, which already registered, also have to ask Dr. Slot. Okay, Lab 2, we open for all courses, all right? Only Lab 1, we don't offer for SEMM, for pure mechanical. Lab 2, no problem. Anybody can join. Lab 1, only for non-pure mechanical, all right? So, group leader, for example, if you are group leader for 3E, 4E, section 3 and 4, group E, all right, you have to add in Dr. Zuhilmi, Cik Daud, and you will be working for the machine lab. That's for the first 2 week session. If you move, let's say you finish the first 2 week session, and now you are on the 9th of November, you are moving to the next 2 week session. Okay, so 3A, 4A now will be going down to, I'm looking at the second column, row 6, all right. 3A, 4A, previously in solid lab with Dr. Haris. Okay, the next 2 session, 3A, 4A will go down to number 6, lab electric, second column, 3A, 4A, number 6, electrical. You have to add in Prof 1, for example, okay, and so on. I hope you are quite clear of the movement of the timetable and the function and the role of the, what they call that, group leader. Okay, I'm going to this one. Any problem to take Lab 1 for pure? Basically there is no problem. You can basically, if you have empty slot this semester, you can do it. Okay, if not, we will offer the same course next semester, which you can take next semester. Okay, courses now you can take it this semester if there are empty slots, or else the school basically schedule pure mechanical to take it next semester. Okay, all right. So I hope it's quite clear of how to handle this schedule, especially for the group leader. Okay, because you have to keep track on these changes for every 2 weeks. You have to know where you are. You have to know which lab, and you have to know which lecturer is supposed to take it into your group. All right. All right. Thank you. Then once you have your lecturers in the group, in your WhatsApp or Telegram group, okay, the lecturer will start the briefing. Okay, either using live session or okay, I have question. I have to take it. Okay, will the school offer Lab 2 for next semester? Lab 2 for next semester depends. If we have students who fail this semester, and if you have to repeat next semester, we may open Lab 2 next semester if we have many students fail this semester. Okay, so don't fail, guys, please, or else we have to open the same course next semester again. All right. Okay, Afaf Akila, sorry to interrupt. 26 to 11 is basically, do we still need to remain? Basically, it's a 2 weeks. All right, maybe you see there 26 to 20 only to the second. If you see the next column, they are starting on the 9th of October. Yes, thank you very much, Fahmi. Over there it says maybe 1 week, but the next session will begin after 1 week. All right, thank you very much, Fahmi. Okay. Okay, I will continue on the briefing. The lecturer will brief you. Okay, the lecturer will share all this rubric, lab experimental videos, sample data. Okay, and what you need to do basically is go to the links, the web links that the lecturer is sharing with you. Look for the rubrics, look for the lab sheets, look for the experimental videos, and look for the sample data. This is what you need to do once you have your lecturer in your group. After the lecturer gives the briefing and share all the resources, This is what you need to do. And second, you have to prepare the lab report and you have to submit to e-learning. All right, this is what you need to do. And basically, this is basically how you can access to all the resources. First one is you have to visit this the hyperlinks, all right, and then scroll down. You will see the quick access. Look for the e-lab icon. Click on it. They will take you to this lab 1, lab 2, lab 3. All right. So if you are taking lab 1, you have to click lab 1. If you are taking lab 2, you have to click lab 2. All right. So once you click the button, you will come to this point. There will be this resources is very much password protected. This password will be given by your lecturer. Okay. The password will be given by your lecturer. So once you have your lecturer in the group, the lecturer will share the password. You can use that to access all the resources. Once you enter the password, click submit, and you will come to the page where you can see on the left side is the labs, on the right side is all of the experiments, and you will see the lab sheet and the experimental video and data at the same place. All right. This is a snapshot of one of the lab. You can see many other labs basically in the same page. If you are taking that lab that week, you can download that resources. Of course, if you are on a different lab, you scroll down to see your lab, and on the right side you will see all these resources. And from there you can basically prepare your report. All right, next I have here is this is for the lecturer to prepare for the e-learning for the submission. All right, and for the students, you have to log into your e-learning. You have to submit your report. Lab 3 will be next semester. Lab 3 will be next semester. Okay. So for the student section, number 2, submission for the report, you have to log into your e-learning on the lab subject, look for the weeks, look for the lecturer name, look for the lab, and look for the group, and submit your report there, basically. All right. Okay. Number 3 is you will find the rubrics in the website. You have to download the rubrics. You have to use the rubrics, which is in PDF, as a cover to your report. The lab resources, you can find it on the website. All right. From this link. All right. I will show you the slide. You can basically run through yourself after this. But the resources are password protected. The password will be given by your lecturer. Okay. And then number 3, number 4. Okay, you have to make sure that your report is being identified properly by a proper name. So I'm suggesting you are using your name, your metric number, the lab name, experiment ID, and the group. So make sure you rename your report file like this. All right. So in each lab, basically you will be doing 2 experiments. So I advise you combine this report for these 2 experiments, and you can basically send it together. Okay, so this is example of how the things in the e-learning looks like. For example, because we are working on the basis of fortnightly, 2 weeks to 2 weeks. Okay, your lecturer basically will provide something like this in the e-learning. So you have to log in, look at the weeks, look at the lecturer, you look at the lab, look at the group. So you will basically submit your report by selecting this thing. All right. So I think that's all for you guys. Kalau ada, if you have any question, you can basically type in now, or you can ask here. Okay, guys, I think I'm done with my briefing. Okay, I will share the slide in the Telegram group. Okay, each group one report. No, report is basically individual, guys. There is no group report. All right, everybody has to prepare their own report, and you have to submit your own individual report. Thank you. Okay, handwritten or type. Okay, handwritten or type, you have to ask your lecturer. Okay, because some lecturer, they would like everything to be, you know, in the Microsoft Word and all that with the graph and all that. Some lecturers, they would like to see your beautiful handwriting, so I will leave that to them basically. All right. Updated list of group member, because my name, I'll settle the name and group members after this, guys. All right. Both experiments for one lab, all done simultaneously. Basically, because this is if you are working on the face-to-face kind of lab, basically 1 week, one experiment. All right, but as this the whole exercise is online, basically you can do 2 experiments together because you have all the resources in your hand. Okay, group and schedule for each section. Telegram, yes. The schedule and everything is in the Telegram. Recording Telegram group, yes, will be shared. I'm changing section due to clash. I need to regroup according to the new timing. Of course, if you change section, you'll be in the new group, but you have to update me, all right? Basically, when you join the Telegram, you can scroll everything back up to see everything. Okay. All right. Any other question, guys? I'm closing. Or you know you can ask question on the Telegram basically. So yes, lecturer for the SKMO is on the way, guys. All right. I'm still waiting for the lecturer name for the SKMO. Okay, guys. Thank you very much. I'm closing the session basically. Okay. I'll see you in the Telegram then.
Thank you, Dr.